What's going on, YouTube? I'm back, and today I'm bringing you I want to show you guys how I warm up before I play competitive. Now, my mains are Soldier, Tracer, Zarya, McCree, Anna, who didn't I say? I play Zenyatta, I also play Genji, and so this is just how I warm up before I play competitive games. I'm not saying it's the best way to warm up. I'm not saying it's the only way to warm up. I'm not saying anything. Like, people ask me how I warm up, so this is how I warm up. So here, I'll show you guys. Usually I just like to start out with McCree because even if I do plan on playing Soldier or anything else, I feel like McCree's just a good place to start. Just because he's a character that's hit scan, and he's based all around shooting targets with precision accuracy. And that's what we're doing here. We're trying to warm up our aim. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Holy, my ping is super high right now. So there's going to be a little bit of a sound delay, but it's fine. So usually, when I first get in, the first thing I do is I just do these whip shots. Just like that. And I go to the left. Now, most players are really good going to the left. Most players are really good at whipping to the left like that. So I'll just do this for a couple minutes. Once again, just you know, not going too fast. You know, like I'm not going like this. Like you don't want to go like this. Like, I mean, you can if you want, but like you're not going to shoot like that in game. It's important to practice how you shoot in game. You want to shoot at game speed. So just nice, easy clicks. Don't try to go faster than your limitations. You know, if you're missing shots, then go slower. Like it doesn't even matter if you have to go like this even. Like you can go as slow as you want, but if you can go fast, then go fast. But you don't. Remember, it's all about game speed, because there's no point in practicing faster than game speed. So just doing the left flicks, and I'll do that for much longer. But since I'm doing this tutorial, I'll cut it off there. And then after that, I do the same thing except flicking to the right. Most players are a little weaker flicking to the right than they are to the left. So you'll notice that I flick a little slower up to this side. And if you haven't done these drills before, you won't be able to do them as good as I'm doing them, but in time you'll be able to do them. Keep in mind, when you watch me do this, I do this all the time, so it's not like you guys aren't just going to pick up your mouse and do this for the first time and be able to do it as well as I can. Maybe you can, but most likely not. So if you do miss shots, don't worry about it. Remember, you're just practicing. Notice I'm not flicking insanely fast, like I'm just playing within my ability.
You gotta work on
so
that.
I'm just flicking to the right now. Flicking to the right, flicking to the right. And I'll just do a couple more here. Flicking to the right. Alright, so I'll flick to the left, like before. Flick to the left, and then I'll just mix it up. Flick it to the right.
Triple kill.
Set him up, knock him down.
Flick to the left again. Turn. Flick to the right. Flick to the left. Flick to the right.
Dead to rights.
To the left. To the right. Left. To the right. And then I'll cut it off there. And then another thing I do is I like to stand somewhere where the bots are a little bit harder to track. Like right here is good. And I'll just try and follow one bot. And I won't take my mouse off the mouse pad at all. My mouse is touching the mouse pad the whole time. And I'll just follow this bot. And I try to keep the aimer directly on his head the whole time. Not taking the mouse out off the mouse pad once. And then I'll switch to this bot. And I'll switch to this bot. I'll switch to this bot. Switch back to this one. Switch to this one. Switch to this one. Switch to this one. This one. This one. This one. and just trying to hold it on him the whole time. And this is also a good way to tell if your sensitivity is too high for you or not. You want to you should be able to follow it pretty smooth. Like, you don't want to be able, like, you shouldn't be really shaky. You should be able to do this. If you can't do this with smoothness and you're a little shaky when you're doing it, obviously you're going to be a little shaky at first before you practice, but if you find that you just can't get rid of the shakiness, that's usually a sign that your sensitivity is too high for you, and it's probably a good idea to lower it. I could be wrong though, and my opinion isn't always the gospel, but that's just what I think. You should be able to be smooth like this. Like, if you're like struggling and like this the whole time, like you feel like you're just constantly adjusting to keep track of it like this, like just constantly like going like this and twitching, you should probably lower your sensitivity, or maybe you have a shitty mouse and you should buy a more expensive one. But yeah, this is a really good exercise that I found because it makes my wrist tired. So that's what I do with McCree when I warm up, and now I'll show you what else I do. Now I do the same warm up for every hero. This is all I do this all at the same time. So I just did it with McCree. Now I do this with Genji. All I do is go for the 3 shurikens to the head combos and then the one shots like this. 3 shurikens, dash through, dead. Now my ping is really high on this server for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, it'll still work the same. See, 3 shurikens, 3 shurikens. Okay, that didn't work. I think this just warms up my game mechanics and my flow. There's no reason for it. If you ask me why do I warm up Genji like this, I can't tell you why. This is just what I do, and I found out that it helps warm me up. So you're just trying to get the 3 shurikens on the head, and then dash through and get the combo for the one shot, and then get your reset. I think it's just good to practice technical heroes like Genji. And then when you go back into the real game and you play a really simple hero like Soldier, it just feels like a breeze. It feels so easy. And it's always good to just give your, like, you want to confuse your nervous system in your mind, right? So mixing up your hero pool is a good, easy way to improve. And it's fun. So as soon as I've done that for a little bit, I still keep doing the same thing, except I do these little shakes. I do these shakes because when I watch some of the best Genjis in the game play Genji, when they throw their shurikens, they do these shakes like this. Like, you notice how I'm shaking? I don't know why they do it, but they do it even when they play Tracer. They do these little shake things, just like this. See the vibration? Now this really makes your wrist fatigue. Like right now, my wrist is already getting pretty tired. But you see that, how I'm shaking it like that? I think that they do it so they can more easily follow the other team's strafe. Getting the resets and just doing these little shakes just like this. Keeping it vibrating. And throwing the shurikens and getting those resets. So that's all I do. I just get those resets with Genji, and I just do that for quite a long time. I'll do each of these heroes for like 10 minutes each. And now I go to Hanzo, and I don't even really play Hanzo. But like I said, this is just what I do. I don't know if it actually works, but it works for me. I don't know. And the whole time I play Hanzo, I don't take my mouse pad or my mouse off the mouse mat. It stays on the whole time.
Double kill, triple kill, quadruple kill, quintuple kill.
See through the dragon's eyes.
I don't know, there's something about projectile that when I practice it, when I go back to hit scan, it always makes it feel a little easier.
Double kill.
I don't know what the science is behind it. I can't tell you why. All I know is that it just works. Like, because I think that if you can psychologically predict your target's movement with the projectile, once you get on hit scan, it's just like it's like training with a weight vest on. And then once you take the weight vest off, you go back to hit scan. Your mind's already used to like really focusing on the movement of the enemy, and then you mix that combination with hit scan, and it's a lethal combination. That's just what I found. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it'll work for everyone, but it works for me.
Double kill.
So I do this with Hanzo, and I'll do this for about a couple minutes.
Double kill. Triple kill.
And you know how I showed you guys the shakes earlier with Genji when I was throwing the shurikens, the little vibrating thing? I do that even more with Tracer. So pay attention to how I shake my aimer. Now, when I watched the Notcha stream before, and it's where I learned it from, because he does it all the time, and I asked him why. And he said that at a high level of Overwatch, most players are going to strafe back and forth, right? So if you try and hold it over their head like this, it's going to be harder. But if you shake it like this, you're more likely to hit most of your shots. Now, I try to do this as quickly and as hard as possible to try and make my wrist tired. I'm not trying to be perfect or anything, just trying to fatigue my wrist, that's all.
Here you go.
Usually I go for just one clip. Eventually you just want to use one clip on each bot. If you pay attention to the shakes, you see I'm vibrating it? It just, I don't know, I feel like it just warms up your wrist more. And like I said, it might not work for you, but this is what I do.
Right on target. Cracking.
Double kill.
See, like right now, my wrist is starting to burn. And it's because of the vibrations that I do like that, you see? Like, you notice how it's not smooth? I think if you can practice shooting, moving your wrist in small increments while you're shooting, once you get into the heat of battle and your enemy starts strafing and like crouching and stuff and trying to make you miss, shaking like this and following him will just be second nature to you. Because it's like, their strafe isn't going to help them at all if you already shoot to handle a strafe, if that makes sense. So I just do this with Soldier, or I mean with Tracer, for about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, depending on how I'm feeling that day. And then lastly, before I go into competitive, I switch to Soldier 76, and then I go up these stairs. Now, since I just warmed up with Tracer, I'm pretty warm up to shooting close range, so I don't need to practice that anymore. And shooting with Soldier close range is really easy. You just hold down the left mouse button, right? You just go like this. Like, you don't really need to warm that up. The difference between an average soldier and a great soldier is this distance. I found that standing up here is a perfect distance to practice, because if you can be like a sniper with Soldier, you know, this is the distance that you really need to practice, because this is where the bullet spread comes in.
Double kill.
So I'll do this sometimes for like 10 minutes before playing Soldier. And just trying to go over all those crits. Whoops, I fell. So usually I'll stay up there, but I can stay back here, and just, as long as you're back a bit, you want to stay further away. Just to get your nervous system used to going for critical headshots at this range.
Double kill.
And I'll do the same thing with the vibrations. I'm just trying to keep my wrist tired and fatigued.
Double kill. Double kill.
Just trying to get those headshots.
Double kill. Double kill.
Going for just the headshots and just controlling this burst fire. Like, you see how I have bloom on, but like it's barely even expanding. Obviously, when I play in game, I'm going to spray a little bit more than this, but I'm just getting my mind just used to it. That's all.
Only gets better with age.
Double kill.
Now when you do this, it'll probably look better, but my ping is really high right now and I don't know why. And then lastly, before I go in, I do the same thing. Remember what we were doing with McCree earlier? With the, just like this. With the left. Shooting left. Shooting right. Shooting left. Just one bullet at a time.
Double, triple kill.
The fight ain't over yet.
So there we are, flicking to the left. So I want these just all to be crits. Only crits.
You got a lot to learn.
This usually looks a lot better when I'm playing on normal ping. But I'm uploading a YouTube video right now, so my ping is really bad. But yeah, just only crits. Only crits. Now I'm going to flick to the right. And only go for crits.
We all got it coming.
Just trying to hit one bullet at a time. Crit. Just like that. That was perfect. One bullet at a time. All crits. Just like that. Now, I'm not saying that this is the best warm-up. Once again, this is just what I do, and it seems to help me a lot.
Should have kept your head down.
Just like that. Now my wrist is starting to get quite fatigued. And that's how I warm up. Usually I'll do this anywhere from 5, 10, sometimes I'll even do it for half an hour before I jump into competitive. I'll do it for 5 minutes some days I'll do it for 30 minutes, some days I won't even do it at all. But this is the warm-up that I do before I play. And I'm not saying it's the only way to warm up. I'm not saying it's the best way, but it's what I do. So I hope that you guys, this could help some of you. If you main Soldier 76, this warm-up could be useful for you. And thank you so much for watching. I hope it can help you out. And if you enjoy this, please hit the subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching.